gentlemen, once again, as always, it's the one, it's the only, it's the motherfucking General Miguel Magallon! And as always, it's the president, the founder, the motherfucking CEO of Magallon Entertainment! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the motherfucking podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight we got breaking news for you this evening. Tonight we got brand new executive orders for you this evening. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special podcast for you this evening. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, all I need you guys to do this evening is kick back and motherfucking listen, because the general's about to explain to you this evening. I'm going to teach you some shit this evening, and I'm going to fucking order you this evening. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, kick back, relax, pay attention, take some notes, and make sure you're writing this shit motherfucking down. And get ready for fucking war tomorrow morning. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the moment is here. The day has arrived. Tomorrow fucking morning, the Bitcoin spot ETFs go motherfucking live. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. We fucking did it. The moment has fucking arrived. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe it. We've come a long way. It's been a long journey. It's taking a long motherfucking time. But we have finally made it this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow morning, it is reported, rumors, you know how that shit be, but the rumors across the fucking board by the CEO and the CFO and the CIO and the director of this company and the director of that company and all these pinche putos across the Wall Street financial industry. All these motherfuckers are basically coming out on TV, coming out on Twitter, coming out on Facebook, coming out on IG, on Instagram, and they're out here basically saying that the Bitcoin spot ETFs are going to get approved tomorrow with about 90% certainty. And we're hearing this from directors and supervisors and managers and board of directors and CEOs from BlackRock, Blackstone, Vanguard, Fidelity, Wisdom Tree, Ark Invest, you fucking name the rest. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone's saying it. They're saying the moment has arrived, and they're saying that the rumors are fucking true. That the SEC, led by Gary Gensler's bitch ass, tomorrow fucking morning is going to approve all of the Bitcoin, all of the BTC ETFs tomorrow fucking morning. And when this shit happens, when they get approved, and when the institutions finally break down the motherfucking doors, kick down the doors, explode the fucking doors, and flood this Bitcoin economy with billions and billions and billions of fucking dollar, all the way up to the motherfucking trillions. That Bitcoin is going to go parabolic. Bitcoin is going to go nuclear, and that this short squeeze, this mega run, this fucking godlike run is going to be legendary and life-changing for many of you listening to me right now. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the executive orders are clear tonight. I'm going to make this shit clear this evening. 100% Bitcoin, no cash, no margin. We're going to play it safe. We're going to go balls deep, and we're going to throw everything we have at this bitch. 100% motherfucking BTC across all our portfolios. Long-term, short-term, mid-term, everything. Because this is a life-term, life-changing situation standing right in front of you. If the rumors are true, and again, We're hearing it across the board unanimously from CFOs and CEOs and CIOs and board of directors of these companies and these mutual funds and index funds and retirement funds and 401k managers and Roth IRA managers and wealth managers and institutional portfolio managers. And we're hearing it from every fucking leader of every fucking company in the fucking in the world. And they're basically saying that they have received confirmation from the SEC that the Bitcoin spot ETFs are all going to be approved unanimously tomorrow morning. If that's true, ladies and gentlemen, then we have finally come to the home run stretch. We are finally here. This is going to mark the beginning of the institutional adoption of Bitcoin around the world. What we are about to witness is going to be not only life-changing, but it's going to change the entire trajectory of the financial industry and of financial sectors around the world for global asset management income. And you are going to see billions, if not trillions of dollars flood into the Bitcoin economy and spread everywhere. And it's not just going to affect Bitcoin. I think in the future, you're going to see billions and billions flow into ETH, which is Ethereum, all the way to Cardano, probably Avalanche, no doubt Solana, and, maybe VeChain. And you're going to see institutions start to flood money everywhere into every fucking thing, especially if it has an actual technology. Again, none of those pinche shit coins or pinche fucking, dumb coins or those fucking stupid ass coins that don't even do nothing. We're talking about real crypto with real technology and real blockchain and real data and real integration in their systems. For the cryptos that actually fucking do something and actually have a use case, actually have a base case, you're going to start to see institutional adoption of them. And you're going to see them start to flood this entire crypto universe and crypto ecosystem. And the Bitcoin chart is going to go through the motherfucking roof. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. We have finally arrived. 100% Bitcoin, 100% balls deep, and we're throwing everything at this bitch tomorrow morning. 100% max the fuck out across all portfolios tomorrow morning. Now, I want to warn you, because this is going to become volatile. This is going to start to become volatile, and shit could get ugly. You're going to start to see a lot of volatility in Bitcoin price action. It could skyrocket. It could tumble. It can go nuclear and parabolic, or it can fucking dump and crash in a heartbeat. We don't know what's going to happen to the Bitcoin price action tomorrow. Honestly, some people are saying it can go either way, because if I'm being real with you, if I'm being honest with you, again, I am a wartime general, so I have to prepare you for this shit. Sometimes soldiers get killed during their victory lap. Sometimes generals get killed during their victory speech. And I don't want that to happen to me or you. So this is what I'm doing starting this evening. Tonight or tomorrow morning, at the beginning of the stock market, I am going to raise my stop losses on all my Bitcoin portfolios and across all my BTC accounts. And I'm going to increase my stop losses at 42K, which is basically where we started the year. Now, the reason I am increasing my stop losses on Bitcoin up to 42K is for two reasons. Well, three really. One, I want to guarantee that I lock in the profit. If anything goes wrong tomorrow, if anything goes bad tomorrow, if this is a fucking setup, if this is a fucking trap, if this is a fucking dump fest, if this is a fucking scam, if this is another fucking, if this is another, thing by the government to fucking, fuck us over and bring our portfolios down, I want to be ready for anything tomorrow. So what I'm doing is I'm increasing my stop losses up to 42K across all my crypto portfolios tomorrow, which means if Bitcoin were to dump or fall below 42K tomorrow or in the coming days or in the coming weeks, I don't care if it's 24 hours from now, 48 hours from now, 72 hours from now, 96 hours from now, a week from now, a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, or 6 months from now. If for whatever fucking reason Bitcoin falls below 42K, I will be exiting my position, I will be dumping my position, and I will be letting go of my position and basically locking in profits. As a reminder, I, the motherfucking general, told each and every single one of you at the end of last year when Bitcoin officially broke above 35,000, I said, look, if Bitcoin hits 35K, I'm jumping back in this bitch balls deep and I'm throwing everything on it. But I needed to hit at least 35K. You guys remember me saying that shit last year? Because I said 29K is honestly the line in the sand, because that was the low back in 2021 when China banned all the Bitcoin miners, which I already explained to you guys last week. And I said, if it hits above 29K, it doesn't mean it's going to hold 29K. So I need to make sure that this is a new bull run and that this thing is fucking real and not another fucking trap, that's going to, make us and force us to lose our money again. Because I don't want you guys to experience what you guys went through in 2022 again. I want you guys to make money. I want you guys to lock in a profit. And I want to make sure you guys' portfolio finishes the year green this year, right? Especially in this high inflationary environment where you guys are barely struggling to pay your bills and buy groceries and you know what I mean? And just pay for your fucking, your daily expenses in this environment. Because I know a lot of you guys are struggling and I know a lot of you guys are hurting. Let's just be honest. I'm keeping it real with you guys. So with that being said, I said last year I needed Bitcoin to break above 29,000 and that I probably wouldn't jump back into it until it was at least 35,000. And guess what? November of last year, November 1st of 2023, it officially hit 35,000. I told you guys to pull the trigger. I told you guys to go balls deep. And I told you guys to go 100% and put everything in your portfolio on Bitcoin at 35,000. Well, guess what? We're basically up 20% since then, almost 25, 30% in the last 2 or 3 months. 30% in 3 months is not that bad. Again, your, typical mutual fund only goes up 10% a year. Fuck that shit. Anybody got time for that? So you guys are right now, if you guys have been listening to me, we're up about 25, 30% in the past, 2.5 months. Not bad. But I want more. I want more money. I want more feria. I want more moolah, more dinero, more plata, more fucking everything. Because right now in this environment, prices are fucking sky high and it's expensive to do anything in this fucking economy. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter if you're talking about going to Disneyland, if you're talking about going to the beach, if you're talking about going on vacation, if you're talking about buying a new car these days. Everything's motherfucking expensive. So we need to make more than 10% this year. I need to make as much fucking money as I can this year. And so do you guys. That's why I said 2024 is the year of making as much money as motherfucking possible, homie. That's the mantra. That's the motto. And that's the mentality this year. And I think each and every single one of you need to adopt it. So with that being said, I had you guys go, 100% all in on Bitcoin last year around October 31st, right after Halloween, when Bitcoin finally officially hit above 35K. I told you guys go 100% in it. And now it's trading at around 44, 45K, actually around almost 46, 47, probably on its way to 48, 49 in my opinion, which is what I told you guys last week. Congratulations for those of you who listen. So right now we're already up 20, 30% in the last 2.5 months. Not bad. But I want to make sure that no matter what, we lock in our profits if this shit starts to go bad, this shit starts to go sideways, and this shit starts to go south on us. I want us to be prepared. I want you guys to be protected. And I want to make sure we lock in profits if they try to trap us again. So with that being said, I'm raising my stop losses up to 42,000. So that way, if Bitcoin, either turns negative for the year or starts to dump tomorrow morning after the news, or it gets rejected by the SEC tomorrow morning, if any bullshit happens tomorrow morning, I want to make sure that we're protected and I want to make sure that we're guaranteed to cash out a profit. So again, raising our stop losses up to 42,000 instead of 35,000, which is where we started. And so that way, no matter what, we're going to come out 20% on top in the last 2.5 months. No matter what, we're cashing out 20% profits. Now, what do I think is going to happen? I think tomorrow morning the Bitcoin ETFs are going to get approved. I think you're going to see a spike higher, an explosion higher. And I think we're going to slice hopefully through 48, 49,000 quick, fast, and in a hurry. After that, we're probably chasing down 55, 56K, and we're going to have our sights back on 62, 64,000. Once we take out 62, 64,000, I think 69,000 is going to be easy, which was the all-time high back in 2021. And I think after that, it's basically a sprint to 100K, and I think we're going to slice through it. I think we're just going to fucking just break, clean through 100K. And then after that, I think sometime this year, either spring or summer or fall, I don't know how long it's going to take. It could happen fast, it could happen quickly, or it can just be a fucking grind. But either way, I think we're going to hit somewhere between 200 and 300K, probably 400K on Bitcoin, just because there's going to be so much institutional money flowing into the Bitcoin market base. Again, they're buying their Bitcoins on Coinbase, which could be another side play for those of you guys who are interested. But this is what I was explaining to you guys last week. There's not that many Bitcoins available on the actual market. If you go on Coinbase right now and try to research how many Bitcoins are actually for sale, there's actually not that many. So when you have the BlackRocks, the Vanguards, the Fidelity, and all these bitch-ass mutual funds and index funds, and, and the list goes on, and they're over here like, oh, I got 10 billion, I got 20 billion, I got 30 billion, give me, as many Bitcoins as possible, Coinbase. Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, is going to be like, guys, calm down. I don't have that many Bitcoins available, so we're just going to have to fucking put them on an auction, and it's basically going to be first come, first serve, and the rest of you guys are going to have to bid on it. And they're going to be bidding whatever, they can on it. And they're going to buy their Bitcoins, whether it's at 50,000, 60,000, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. It doesn't matter, because they need to buy as many Bitcoins as possible in order for their ETFs to get approved. Again, a Bitcoin ETF needs about 10,000 Bitcoins in order for it to get approved. The problem is there's over a dozen Bitcoins out there that are trying to get approved by the SEC. So when you have dozens and dozens of Bitcoin ETFs, and each one of them needs to have anywhere between 10,000 to 20,000 Bitcoins in them, and Coinbase only has a limited supply, what do you think is going to happen to the price action? What do you think is going to happen in a Bitcoin auction? What do you think is going to happen to that price spike? It's going to go through the motherfucking roof. And that's what's going to cause Bitcoin to go up to 100, 200, 300, and 400,000. Some people predict it can get to 500,000. We'll see. I'm not saying we're going to get to 500,000 next week. I'm saying if the Bitcoin ETFs are approved, that is the hope, that is the goal, and that is the projection by a lot of the Bitcoin analysts. Doesn't mean they're going to be right, but I agree with them that that's probably what's going to happen to Bitcoin price action. But again, I want to be prepared for anything. That's why we say in the time of war, we have to pray for the best, but we always have to prepare for the worst. And the worst case situation tomorrow is either A, the Bitcoin ETF gets rejected, or B, the Bitcoin ETFs get approved, it spikes higher, and then all of a sudden it starts to dump out of nowhere. Some people are saying that a lot of Bitcoin whales are front running this move, and they're already buying Bitcoins, and they're going to keep buying Bitcoins. And then, a week from now, 2 weeks from now, they're going to cash in their profits, and they're going to start dumping and offloading their Bitcoins and selling them to the institutions. And if they start dumping a bunch of Bitcoins on the open market in order for them to cash out and, make billions and trillions of dollars, especially for all the Bitcoin OGs who've owned Bitcoin for the past 5, 10, 15 years, you got to remember, there's people who were buying Bitcoin back when it was $1. There's people who were buying Bitcoins back when it was $5, $10. I know people who were buying Bitcoin back when that shit was $15, $20, $25. If Bitcoin goes to 100, 200K, you don't think some of them are going to try to cash out on that shit? Abso-fucking-lutely. So that's why we say you could see a dump fest coming soon. You could see a potential trap by the Bitcoin whales and the institutions coming soon. And you could see a sell-off coming soon. You never know. Again, we want to pray for the best, but we always want to prepare for the worst, because we are still in the motherfucking war zone. And right now, this economy, this bitch-ass inflation, these skyrocketing prices are killing you and the average American family. And that's why your bank accounts are so empty every time you come back from the grocery store and the gas station and paying off your bitch-ass landlord each and every single fucking week and every single fucking month. And a lot of you guys are struggling. A lot of you guys are broke. And a lot of you guys ain't got no money for anything right now. So that's why I want you guys to be protected. I want to make sure that we're being careful. I want to make sure we're being smart. I want to make sure we're being strategic. And I want to make sure we're not being fucking titiris when it comes to this shit. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, keep your stop losses ready. I'm raising all my stop losses across the board at 42,000. I told you guys to go all in, balls deep, and throw everything at this bitch at 35,000. So we're already up more than 20%. And I want to lock that shit in if anything bad happens tomorrow. But again, my hope, my belief, what I'm fucking praying for is that they get approved tomorrow morning and we immediately see it break past 48K, chase down 50, 56K, hit 60, 63, 64K. We're going to slice through 69. We're going to slice through 100K. We'll probably beat down 150K. And then after that, 250, 350, 450. That's probably what we're looking at with all the institutional money that's going to be flowing into Coinbase to buy as many Bitcoins as possible on the open market. Again, similar to the real estate market, the problem is there's low inventory. There's not enough houses for sale, and there's not enough Bitcoins for sale. But just like the real estate market, every puto, every pendejo, every pinche sangano, every fucking refugee family, every fucking minority out here, everyone wants to own their own home. Everyone wants to have a property. Everyone wants to live in a gated community, you know what I mean? With the fucking big backyard and the pool and the jacuzzi in the back, in a good neighborhood, in a good school district, not that far from the beach. Everyone wants that primetime property. Everyone wants that blue chip real estate. Everyone wants to fucking live in a good, community, in a good area. But the problem is there's not enough homes in those areas, and there's more demand than there is supply, right? Because once you have that shit, you don't want to let go of that shit. It's the same thing with Bitcoin. Once you buy a Bitcoin, you don't ever want to let go of your Bitcoin because you always know it's going to be worth more in the future than it is today. So that's why you're going to see, similar to real estate, prices are staying really elevated. Same thing with Bitcoin. Once these institutions come in and flood the market with all their institutional money and they find out that there's low inventory and there's not that many Bitcoins actually available for sale, that's when they're going to start the bidding war. That's when you're going to start to see this shit skyrocket, and that's when this shit's going to go through the motherfucking roof, homie. So again, we're praying for the best, but we're preparing for the worst. If anything bad happens, if anything goes wrong, if anything goes south, we want to lock in our motherfucking profits. Keep your Bitcoin stop losses at 42K. If it breaks below 42K, sell everything, dump everything, and I'll be back on the podcast tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening, and I'll give you guys the update. Again, I'm the motherfucking general, and I'm always going to be here for you, step by step, brick by brick, trade by trade. Every single night of the week. I'm always going to be there to fucking lead you. I ain't no bitch, ain't no fucking cowards like that, and we're always here for our fucking soldiers. So ladies and gentlemen, that's why you listen to the podcast, and that's why you guys should sign up to be a maxed out motherfucking VIP. That way you get the exclusive content first, and you're not having to wait every single night for new executive orders. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for you guys this evening. I'm going to be waking up super buttfuck early tomorrow, probably at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be monitoring everything coming out of the SEC. We're going to be looking at all the reports. We're going to be monitoring the markets, and we're going to be looking at what's happening with Bitcoin price action tomorrow morning. We're going to make sure that that everything goes smooth. Again, hoping for the best, praying for the best, needing this shit to go, up higher, but always prepared for the fucking worst, because we're in a motherfucking war zone, and I'm a motherfucking general, and I got a fucking VIP army I gotta lead. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, be safe out there, be ready, keep your fingers on the fucking trigger, and be ready to move, be ready to fucking go. Because if it goes down and it goes bad and it turns out to be going south, it could be a bloodbath out there. But if it goes okay and it goes well and it, does what it's supposed to do, you're going to start to see Bitcoin and a lot of these other cryptos start to skyrocket everywhere. It can go one of two ways, but we want to be prepared for anything. We want to be ready for any scenario, and we always want to be ready to fucking go. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the executive orders. That's the game plan. That's the fucking strategy. Keep your stop losses ready. 42K. If anything bad happens, we're taking our 20% profit and we're getting the fuck out of here. If everything goes according to plan and everything goes well, we're going to see Bitcoin break through 48K by the end of the week, 50, 56K probably by the end of next week, and then sometime in Q1, we're going to hit a new all-time high, break through 69,000, the old all-time high, slicing through 100,000, beating down 150,000, and I think we're going to land somewhere between 250 and 450,000, all the way up to half a fucking milli for BTC, Bitcoin that is. So ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're hoping for. That's what we're preparing for. And that's why for the last, several weeks and several months, I've been telling you guys to go hard and go heavy on Bitcoin. And for the last 2 years, I've done nothing but try to help you, nothing but try to motivate you, nothing but try to educate you, nothing but try to fucking teach you, and nothing but try to be here for you. The one and only, the motherfucking general. I'm one of your bitch ass homies telling you to smoke weed everywhere and drink fucking Modelos every night and kick it with these fucking, dirty ass homies and these fucking loose ass hoochies. I'm the motherfucking general for a reason, because I'm trying to help you get out. I'm trying to help you get ahead. I'm trying to help you move forward. I'm trying to help you buy a house. I'm trying to help you to pay off your debt and kill your fucking credit. Fix your fucking FICO score. I'm trying to help you be the person you were meant to be, the person you're supposed to be, not the fucking person you turned out to be. So make sure you're listening to my podcast every night. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're fucking riding. And make sure you're fucking listening to this shit. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for being here tonight. Be ready for tomorrow. Be ready for fucking anything. And get ready for a fucking show. Let's fucking do this.